ॐ ब्रह्मानन्दं परम सुखदं केवलं ज्ञानमूर्तिं द्वन्द्वातीतं त्रिगुणरहितं तस्मैवादिलक्ष्यम् एकं नित्यं विमलमचलं सर्वदि साक्षिभूतं भावातीतं गगनसदृशं सद्गुरुं तं नमामि। ओम गुरु ब्रह्मा गुरु विष्णु गुरु देवो महेश्वरः गुरु साक्षात् परब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरुवे नमः। ध्यानमूलं गुरुमूर्ति पूजामूलं गुरुपदं मंत्रमूलं गुरुर्वाक्यं मोक्षमूलं गुरुकृपा। सद्गुरु भगवान की जय। स्वामी जी महाराज की जय। शिवोहम। We are taking 33 and 34 stanza of chapter 6 Srimad Bhagavad Gita. The stanza has containing the question of Arjuna. So this stanza is a short description stanza. So we are taking together. Arjuna Uvacha Yo ayam yogas tvaya prokta samyena madhusudana etasyaham na pashyami chanchalatva stitam sthiram yah ayam yoga tvaya prokta samyena madhusudana एतस्य अहम न पश्यामि चंचलत्वात् स्थितिम स्थिराम। The Madhusudana, it means Krishna who is killed the devil Madhu. Okay, and yeah, it means that I am, it means this. Yoga, it means yoga. Tvaya, it means you yourself. Samyana, it means equilibrium of sentiments. Proktaha, it means tells. Chanchalvat, it means it is very movable, shakeable, shaking nature. Aham, it means I. Etast, it means for this. Sthiram, it means continuity. Sthitim, it means the status. Na, it means no. Pashyami, any. Pashyami means seeing, not seeing. No, Pashyami, it means not seeing. So Arjuna say, "Oh my dear Madhusudana, as you describe the yoga by the equilibrium of the sentiments, and you describe about the mana, he is very, very notorious and movable. Never stay never stay in a stage. So I do not see that it can be stable in a position. Chanchalam hi manah Krishna pramathi balabhadranam tasyaham nigraham manye vayorivsu dushkrakaram. Chanchalam hi manah Krishna, my dear, chanchalam hi manah Krishna pramathi balavat dranam tasya aham nigraham manye vayo ivasu duskaram. Chanchalam, because the mind is very movable, the mind is very movable, never stay in a good state. So, my dear Krishna, he is most disturbing factor. He shake everything. in the fraction of the second, and he is very hard and very strong. So I am helpless. I do not see that how can I control or how can I capture this mana. It is like the storm capturing. Nobody can capture the storm by any ball. So how can I capture this powerful, movable and unstable mind? These two questions. Arjuna asking to his master, Lord Krishna. This is not question of Arjuna. These questions are every seeker questioning this type. Because he think that the stability of mind and controlling of the mind is an impossible word. Impossible task. The Satchidananda Paramatma, the master of infinite millions of galaxies, only the base and installation of all universes, is standing in front of the Arjuna, the greatest master of the world even, and Arjuna is the seeker, is asking the question after hearing many stanzas of the teachings. It proves that this jnana is not too easy, it is hard, because you are coming from the millions of birth, and you gathered the millions of millions impression of the millions of millions your physical mental bodies. You have a impression of when you was a monkey, when you was a dog, when you was a snake, when you was a cat, when you was a fish, when you was a insect, scorpions, or when you was a snake. So the millions of birth impression you have in your mind, that is called subconscious mind. The subconscious mind and conscious mind both are make your complete mind, and that is called the mana. It means your mind. Arjuna asking to the Krishna, and Arjuna calling to Krishna Madhusudana. Madhusudana, it means Madhu. It was the name of a great devil, and the Vishnu killed him in the Kshir Sagar on, put him his knees. So the Madhu is the symbol of your ego, and Krishna is the Vishnu is the symbol of your master. Your ego is a great devil. He is giving you the pain, sorrow, tension, dilemmas, mesmerism, illusions, and continuously make unstable and unpleasant to you. So the master, your Sadguru, put that ego on his knees. So the master, in the starting of this journey, gives you great love. When you caught in love of the master and you become the addict of the master, when master see you will not leave the master, you are barely tied in the love of the master, like a prisoner tied in the jail. When the master start work on your consciousness and kill your ego, before it is not possible, because if the master will do this operation, you will run away. So that is the Madhusudana. It means the killing of your ego. And second, so when a seeker called this type, Hey Madhusudana, please help me. So the master comes as a doctor, surgeon, and operate your ego, and your ego is the poisonous bulb inside of you. So he cut and throw it out. So I am. It means this yoga, when you describe all the stanzas, you must do like that and feel like that, and you transform it into the God, etc. And your pain and sorrow and pleasure, all the time you will be stable. So Arjun Baj asking, how can I live stable by this yoga or your teaching? Because I am seeing that my mind is very disturbing, very movable. He not stay in the fraction of second, he goes the 1,000 miles away. When you remember me with the love, your minds come to my ashram. You are sitting in Australia or America or California or Israel or anywhere in the world. You can see your mind come in this small room where I am delivering the speeches. So Arjuna asking to the Krishna, how can I save myself from this mind? Because he is very unstable, very movable, never stay in his state. He always moving and changing states. So many saints and many monks and many gurus in India, they describe this mind in the books of the books, in the speeches of the speeches, but they cannot complete description of the mind, because this mind is the collection of billions of activity and billions of experiences of millions of your lives. And any time in any second he put any activity, unexpected condition in front of you, and you flow in that condition. A person is sitting cool and calm, there is nothing at that time, and after some second he become attendantly angry and he do the crime, murder and rape and other thing. What? How happened? How happened? How it is possible? It is possible because the unstable mind. So Arjun asking to the Krishna, my dear Krishna, now he is calling Krishna. My dear Krishna, the mind is very unstable, very movable, very fast, because the train goes 250 kilometers in an hour, and the aeroplane can fly maximum 700 and 800 kilometers per hour, and rocket can fly 2000, 3000 kilometers per hour, and the light can journey 1 million kilometers in a minute. But the man is fastest from all these things. If you are sitting here and you want to reach on moon, and anytime you are reach on moon, you are Armstrong, you are any person, you are astronaut, within a fraction of second you goes to the moon by the mana. So the ancient time, our masters, our rishis, our munis, they disappear from India and appear in Australia within a second. They knows the scientific invention, as do you know, before 20 years before, you can use the Android phone, or you can use the computer or Facebook. Can you use the desktops? Can you use the remote control keyboards? You never imagine. But the millions years ago, the Indian monks knows a very high scientific approach. He can disappear their body particles and reconstruct it in a fraction of second in the Australia, Brisbane, or the Sydney, or New York, or on the top of Everest, or the top of Kilimanjaro, and in the forest of Amazon, anywhere they can reach in the fraction of the second, because they use this quality of the mind, mana, in the positive way invention. So Arjun is asking to the Krishna, this is a very movable and very shaky. Nobody can do anything in front of mind if the mind is poisonous. He wants to kill you, and you give him the teaching, oh no, killing is bad thing, this is harmful, it is crime, this is sin. He will not hear you, and he will shoot just by the revolver within a second. He will not. So the criminals never hear to anyone. So the Kauravas never hear to Pandavas. So the devils never hear to good person. So only the way destroy the devils, destroy the Kauravas, destroy the Ravanas, destroy the Kansas. So only one. If your mind is so poisonous, if your mind is not repairable, so only one way, that is punishment, can control you. So the punishment, the jails, the criminal courts, they comes for these type of persons. They cannot change themselves, they cannot see their mind, they cannot control their mind. Even 99% persons not control their mind, but they do not do the big crime, and they do the crime but they do not caught. So they are safe. I can give the example. In this world, the bribe is the general thing. Most of person give the bribes and take the bribe. But everybody knows, but very few person caught to taking the bribe and goes to jail. In this world, the crime against women is very large quantity, but the women is not aware, and the men's, they are safe because they not caught, and not a men, even the women, they are also do the crime against the men. But they are not caught because the 99% persons, they are floating and flowing in the stream of the mind and do anything wrong. Only 1% aware person, they control their mind and do not do the crime. If we can try to give the awareness meditation to the maximum person of the world, so they can capable to see their mind and they can control their mind, and they can save themselves to do the evil things, the bad things. The mind is not man or woman. The mind is not good or bad. The mind is not a stable and peaceful thing. The mind, it means the mana, is always movable and always powerful, and he catch your consciousness and throw you in the pits of the hell. So, the same thing you are facing, and same thing Arjun facing, and same thing every seeker facing, and same thing a general person facing, because every person in the sleep of the mind escape very few person, very rare person they can save themselves by this mind evil quality, that is the pramathani. He can push you, he can be float you, he can be pull out you from your roots of the God, and you don't know this mind is very powerful and very hard, like a stone, like a big stone, granite, and he will not pleased on you, and this mind will not mercy with you. Millions of births you are killed by this mind. Millions of the birth you are doing wrong in the impression of this mind. Millions of birth you are die in the sorrow. Millions of the birth you live in the pain and tension because of this mind. Millions of birth you live like a sleepy person, a fool person, because this mind is very powerful. Because this mind is like an anesthesia of thoughts. Because this mind is create unconscious condition in your life. Because you do not know the real existence. So Arjuna is asking and saying that this mind is so powerful. I am seeing, my dear Krishna, I cannot stop this mind like nobody can stop tsunami. Nobody can stop Katrina. Nobody can stop the storm. Nobody can stop the explosion of a Jwalamukhi. Nobody can stop the earthquake. So the mind create the condition like earthquake. So he is Pramathani. The mind create a condition like a volcano, Jwalamukhi. The mind create a condition like a tsunami or Katrina, thunder and the storm. It is very sorry to say that Hiroshima and Nagasaki was bombed by this type of mind. And very sorry to say that Hitler and Mussolini, they are also this type of mad mind. And very sorry to say that the Twin Towers in the New York, they are demolish this type of destructive mind. So you can see the example of in this world, the mind destruction and the mind evil things. I am very sorry to say, in the Syria, the innocent person they are killing by this type of destructive mind in the name of the religion. So, please do not compare this type of activities to the Mahabharata, because the Mahabharata, Krishna operate the Krishna killed evil person, not killed innocent. So do not, this is also a trick of mind, because the evil person giving the example of the pure souls, and they choose the shelter of goodness, doing for bad activities. So the Arjun's, these two questions, these are very helpful and very important for the seekers, and the answer will come in the next stanzas. I think, my dear friends, this is a short subject, and I try to explain as I can. Thank you very much. Love you and divine blessings to you.